There we go. All right. So what we want to look at here in this lesson number 7 that we are in, and what we're end up talking about is markup and markdown problems. So in example number 1, we've got a markup that is here. So we're dealing with a game store. They're buying the video games at $30, and then they've got a markup. All right, so they're marking it up 40%. And again, that's the way the world operates. That's there. So it's why you can find better prices at different places there. Now, what we want to realize, and this is where we've got a little bit of a mistake, so I'm going to erase theirs. All right. All right, we're going to get to this in a second. Is that when we've got a markup of 40%, what we could do is we could find 40% of that number and then go ahead and add it on. But what we want to realize there is that what we're really doing in a 40% markup is we're paying for 140% of the item. Now let's keep this in mind. Where's that coming from? Well, 100% because you've got to pay the original amount, and then you're paying the 40% above that. So because it's a markup, we are going to add it on to 100%. When it's a markdown, guess what we're going to do? Yeah, we're going to end up subtracting it away from 100%. So we're going to see this here. So what this allows me to do is I just need to find 140% of my 30. And as we talked about, there's a multiplication problem that's there. So all we're going to end up doing here is taking 140% and then timesing it by the 30 that's there. So the wholesale price, that is the original, that's why it's the whole that's there, all right? And wholesale kind of works together as well. So yeah, this is where we can reach for a calculator, all right? We can go ahead and multiply that on out, and it's going to tell us 52, and we're going to be done with it. The other option is to find the 40%, so we can do, all right, the $30 times the 40%, and then what we can end up doing is adding it onto it, all right? I think I've got a mistake there on the previous problem that's there, all right? This is what happens sometimes when you try to do a little too much mental math there. We carry incorrectly that's there. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Let's see. Do you think, did I make the mistake? All right. Yeah, it's not 52, it's 42. All right. Before you send the email off to me and let me know here. There we go. All right. So hit the rewind button here. So we find 30 times the 40%. All right. What we're going to end up getting here is a 12. All right. 30 times the 0.4. All right. However you want to look at it. So what we end up doing then is taking the $30, adding on the 12, and look what we get. We get our 42. And there's the idea. 30 is the whole amount, 100%. We're adding on the 40%. There's your 140%. So again, we do want to try to take care of it at the beginning, and that way we're using the one equation. It's really going to speed things up for us. So the total markup, all right, yeah, it's a $12 markup that's there. So the total we're looking at here is that 42. All right. You and a friend are discussing markup rate. He says an easier way to find the total markup is by multiplying the whole number, the wholesale price of 30 by 40%. Do you agree? Well, that's what we're talking about is, no, that's not going to be the faster way. All right. Hold on a second. You got to analyze the question, actually. The markup. If you're just looking for the markup, yes, the multiplication that's there. If you're looking for the new price, then no, it's not. So again, we do have to watch the wording that we're using here. All right. Now this is why we like what we've been talking about. We got $300 mountain bike, discounted by 30%, and then discounted by an additional 10%. We need to find the sales price of the bicycle. Okay, so if we're discounted by 30%, we're actually finding 70% of the number. Again, discount, take it away, 100 minus 30. And again, an additional 10% off, which means we're actually paying 90% of the price. So what I could do is I could find the 70% and then subtract it, and then find 90% of that number and then subtract it. Or, the way we want to upgrade to is, I'm going to make one multiplication problem. I'm going to find 70% of 300, and then I'm going to find 90% of what that answer is. Now, the nice thing about your calculator is it's going to do the order of operations for you. Plus, it's also all multiplication, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm typing that all in my calculator at once, and I get $189, and there we are. Okay, that's it. So, in all, how much had it been discounted? Well, I was at 300, down to 189. What's that going to be there? $111? $111 it was discounted, that's there? Yeah, all right. So after both discounts were taken, what is the total percent discount? This is the big thing, is it's not the 40 like it says there. We just don't take the 30 plus the 10 and get the 40 that's there. So let's keep this in mind. The total discount. So let's look at that percent change. And remember, we've got our nice formula. Change over the original is going to equal the percent. Okay. How much did the price change? Well, it was discounted by $111, so it changed to $111. What was the original price? It was $300. All right. We're going to solve for that percent. So, yeah, you can multiply both sides by 300 and then solve your equation. Actually, no, we're not going to. Well, we could. That's something different. That's farther down the road. Let's go to what we've been talking about. Isn't that a fraction? Yes, let's turn that fraction into a percent however you want to. A lot of you are going to go the decimal route, so I'm going to just do 111 divided by 300. All right, that's going to give me 0.37. Change it to a percent, so it's actually 37%. So what they're doing here is they're playing with your emotions. Instead of just putting a sign for 37% off, they're saying, hey, take the 40%, all right? And then we're going to take an additional 10% to go along with it there. Now, it's 37% is how much it changed. So I guess the question there is, are you really dealing with 63% off the price? All right. So again, if we're taking 63% off the price, we're paying 37% of it. So this is one where we have to watch what we're dealing with, and also what seems accurate. And here's the thing. Are you taking more than half off? Okay? Ooh, more than half off. And we're not. All right? So that's another thing. What tells me is, no, it's not going to be you. It's only going to be you. If it's $300, that tells me, hey, it's got to end up being, what? 300, right? 150? Yeah, so it would have to be more than that. So, again, inject a little bit of common sense in there from that standpoint. And, yeah, away that we go. So that's it, people. We'll see you. We're out of here.